Pinnacle Studio Sessions is brought to you by Quinty's Greatest Hits, 95.5 Hits FM, and Pinnacle Music Studios.
I just love playing, and I just, I went through school and then got in a band, and then it leads you to, everything leads you to a different path and a different place, and I've just never stopped. So it's through teaching and gigs and all those other avenues. I'm still playing guitar this many years later. Yes, there's a lot of sitting down with. At the time when I was learning, it was cassette tapes, and just just listening. And in hindsight, it's a great way to learn because you absorb it a little differently than the kids do today. But what kids have at their disposal with the internet is just amazing. Like I see some students coming in, and the learning curve is just they're just cruising through the stratosphere, just how much they can take in and all those kind of things. It's great, and I really have to be on my toes to try to keep ahead of those kids. I know that for sure. I taught sparingly previously when I was doing the rock and roll band thing when I was out on the road on the weekends. So usually if I had like a Wednesday where I could teach, that's how I kind of started. So a few students here and there. And then the gigs started to dry up a little bit. Like the scenes changed to a certain degree, I guess. And I started teaching more and more. And then it got to the point where teaching became my primary source of income. So I start with the basic harmony of the tune, like I'd mentioned the chords, and then try to add the vocal melody, which is very important. And then if anything sticks out beyond that, like if there's a main guitar riff or something, I'll try to add that in. Percussion is always fun. That one baffles a lot of students, but some of them do get there doing that kind of thing with their guitar parts and stuff. But it's just trying to get a full sound of one instrument. I practice it quite a bit, and putting in, I'm determined. I guess I'm a pretty stubborn person. I'm determined. I hear something and go, oh, I can play that on the guitar. Sometimes, the first couple of days is fairly haphazard, but then I wake up one morning and then I can play it. It's pretty amazing how that works sometimes. And it's one of those things is the more you do it, the easier it gets. It used to take me like up to a month to maybe make an arrangement. Now I can, depending on the song, I can bang them off almost, it gets really fast. I can, from a day to 2 or 3 days, and I'll record a video very shortly after learning it. I've kind of gotten right into what's called fingerstyle guitar, and that community at the moment, there's a few players that are very successful and very influential on many guitar players, such as Andy McKee and Antoine Dufour, Don Ross. So that's kind of like the underground of guitar playing, but in that guitar community, those guys are right at the top of their game and creating some really unique stuff. Yeah. So, you know, it's always just, again, knowing what you want, I guess. It's kind of, if I'm working on a song and it doesn't seem to be going to that next place, I have to set it aside and work on a different tune, because I'll bang myself up against that wall so many times and get so frustrated that, you know, I find writing just to be very difficult. So what I'm trying to do is again something unique and something my own, and that process has taken me. I've been writing this new album now for about 2 years, so you know, where I can bang off a cover song in a couple days, you know, I'm working on my own stuff for like 2 years, so it takes a while. I guess I started when I was 15, so yeah. There we go. A little late start, but once I started, I really didn't put the guitar down. It pretty much consumed all my time. So it's one of those passions. You know, I'm very fortunate to have found something that totally grabbed me, and you know, here I am, still enjoying it totally, and so much to learn. It's amazing once you think you've kind of conquered something, and something else comes up, and it's just like, wow, it's great stuff.